why we could go through this chapter, then jump to this precept, then jump to this precept, and combine it together to make you simple for you to understand through the Spirit of the Lord.
Hey, but guess what? Knowing is only half of the battle.
Wow.
Because then you actually got to do something too with it. You can't have a talent and hide it in a napkin and put it in your back. Oh, I know all of this information. Well, what are you doing with it?
Right.
The Lord said, if you love me, feed my sheep.
Right.
You're supposed to learn the truth, and sooner or later, you're supposed to learn the breakdowns and be coming out here and teaching the breakdowns.
Right. That's what actions.
Actions, right.
Gotta be actions.
That's what the parable Yahweh Shah was talking about. Hide the talent.
Yeah.
You know, don't be a wicked, slothful servant. You didn't double your money.
Right.
The Lord looking for double the money.
Right.
All right.
He went away, came back. He's supposed to double it. He just held his and kept it there.
Yeah. And that's talking about this truth.
Right.
You get this truth. It's like the Lord gave you a talent. You're supposed to learn the truth and go out there and teach it. Whatever you do, you got many parts to the body, but you're supposed to be doing something.
Right.
Don't be doing nothing with the knowledge and wisdom, man.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
Right, man. So these elites, hey, they can't go to sleep until they do some evil, wicked tactics. They got this thing, the elites, they play the Illuminati cards.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Everything on that card, they come to pass.
Right.
Hey, it's all the agenda with them. Everything that happened is an agenda. The C-19 pandemic, that was an agenda. The Trump being, hey, nobody's being elected. They're selected.
Right, there you go. That's
Nobody's
another
elected.
thing.
They're selected.
And people think that they select these people, that they get these people, but that's not true.
They're all fucking dumb.
I don't know what's wrong with these people. They believe anything they tell them.
Of course. That's how Esau got the whole world with this.
Hey, Shaquat, grab, he has blinded their eyes.
Right?
Wow.
Verse 2. And they covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. And they do this shit by the way of democracy.
Right.
You know, that's how Esau Edom is able to, move around, have embassies and, certain places of power set up all around the country, really all around the world, because he comes in with that sword, his military.
Yeah.
Hey, like that, the elder Malcolm, every time he says democracy, he says grenade. Every time because that's how Esau pushes democracy. He pushes it to you. If you don't want to get with it, watch out for the fucking grenade coming.
What happened to the president of Haiti?
Yeah, assassination.
Yeah, the president of Haiti, great example. You don't want to get down with it? Grenade.
Bullet.
Dead.
I heard they just took out some lady over there in Mexico.
Yeah, I saw that too. I forgot who it was.
But
Some leader or some shit.
yeah, he's known for doing these type of things, And it says, and they covered fields and take them by violence. Look what happened to fucking Iraq.
Right.
That whole thing with Osama bin Laden. All that shit was.
Man,
Hey, you had the Alex Jones and Aaron Russo. Aaron Russo was going into that. That whole interview was heavy. It's like an hour long. He was exposing everything. He said the war on terror is an invisible war, and it's really a war on the American people. Because when that whole 9/11 thing happened and the war on terror, anybody can be a terrorist at that point. It's an invisible war. So now anybody, if you don't follow by the guidelines of America, that's a terrorist.
That's a terrorist.
And what was the main thing about 9/11 was to change the world instantly. All right, that's how they deceived. That's how they knew they could deceive the people with media.
Yeah.
With the media.
Well, media, CGI.
Right.
There's no fucking planes that hit the tower.
How you gonna get full planes simultaneously to do that, man? And
What
then
I mean,
they already admitted that they told them, he showed to him, oh, well, I can't land the plane. He said, well, that's all right. I don't plan to land it. He ain't planned to land it. He planned on crashing them. He told them before they rolled off.
yeah, well, a lot of information is coming out that there wasn't even no planes.
There was no planes, bro.
There's
Even no
It
plane.
was demolition. Because
Wow.
every time the building was going down, it was fire
They had
coming out the
bombs under
windows,
it.
the
It
sides of
blew
the
it up.
windows. Demolition.
Just broke it down like
Broke it
demolition
down.
down.
Oh,
Wow. Bush knocked down the tower.
fuel from a plane cannot burn down steel.
Wow.
Cannot burn down steel. I know. The whole Osama thing, we do work for the CIA.
It was all a plan. A setup.
Yeah.
So it was all the setup. It was all the order out of chaos.
Yeah. Order out of chaos.
Because with that, they started the war on terror, and they turned every American into a potential terrorist.
Right.
Wow. That's wow. And so now that gives them the take to follow everybody.
And what it does is it shows you that they can go into all these and that really the whole 9/11 and the war on terror was for the American government to go to Iraq to start the war. Yep, to get the oil.
That was the whole plan, to siege the oil.
Okay. Is that also the New World Order? How they processing the New World Order?
That's part of it.
Well, it's part of it.
That's
the Lord wants them over there.
Right.
So it corrals up.
Wow.
The New World Order is nothing but a totalitarian government.
Right.
Meaning a government under one set of laws, one set of rules, one currency, one everything, language, one.
Just like we read previously, they have a God complex. Because when the Lord comes back, everything's going to be one.
Right.
One language, one government. Everybody's going to follow this way.
So really the Lord's coming back. When the Lord comes back, he's establishing the real New World Order. The righteous. They have, like the brothers going into, they have a God complex. They want to be just like God. So they're trying to do everything like God, but they're trying to do it in the wickedness.
Wow.
The RWO, Righteous World Order.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this dude said, it was a movie out that was sick called Playing God. You ever seen that? Where you had these people, man, and they was doing exactly what the United States doing. They're going to chip people, have people follow everything that they want them to do. Like, they're going to attack people's finances. Like, all your finances, your personal stuff, they're going to have control over all your stuff. And if you don't do what they tell you, they're going to take it. And then it depends on how materialistic you are, if you want to fold or not.
Well,
I guess you got to make a choice.
Isaiah 10 and 20.
You got to make a choice, man. You got to make a choice. You got to make a choice. Either you're going to want the money or the material things in the world, or you're going to follow God.
This whole thing is a choice.
Yeah,
Our temptation is going to be a choice.
Right.
And that's going to be implemented across the whole earth.
They ain't going to get me.
Well, you don't know that.
Get me.
You don't know that.
Yeah, that's
we're all under the will of the
that's
Most
true.
High.
Well, that's the good spirit to have. But at the same time, you got to have the fear because the Lord really, someone grab it, hour of temptation. Because the Lord got to give you the spirit to not take it. Because if the Lord ain't fucking with you, he going to make you take it.
Right.
So you got to have a relationship with the Lord, and you got to hope that he keep you away from that hour, man.
Give me the strength that keep me there.
This is Revelation 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
Kept the word of my patience. This word. All right, go ahead.
Right.
Key point. I also will keep thee.
I will also keep thee. I will also keep thee.
Right.
So a person can say, I'm not going to take it. Well, man's goings are of the Lord.
Right.
A person can say all day they're not going to take it.
Right.
But when that time comes, the Lord can make you take it.
Can make you take it if he decides that's what he wants you to do.
Yep. What in Proverbs 20 and 24?
If you're not it.
Man's goings are of the Lord.
Right.
Man's goings are of the Lord.
Right.
We went into that the other day. There's no free will.
Right. No free will.
So it's all set up. The game is rigged.
Everything is already played out.
It's already played out. It's just playing out.
Just
Script was already written.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, I will also
check that
I will
out.
also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that the earth.
Right. So this is coming upon the whole earth.
Right.
This is the hour of temptation. When a person can't eat, drink. This is the, hey man, I'm on my last, man, I'm so fucking hungry, dog, so thirsty.
Right.
Okay, I'm just going to take it. That's the hour of temptation.
Right.
That's the, hey, do you really believe in me? You really believe in my word?
Right.
Because the Lord comforted us. He said, man, my servant shall eat. My servant shall rejoice. That you're going to be taken care of.
Right.
All right, but this is all about faith.
Right.
You got to have faith in Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. So we hopefully saying, hey, the Lord have mercy on us. You know, this is why we do this work, because we don't want to be caught in that shit.
Right.
We don't want to taste that fire either.
Right.
All right? So, right, like the brother said, it is a good spirit to have, but at the same time, we're under the will of the Yahweh
But we
Shemel
don't know
Shai.
yet because we
You gotta-
tested it like that yet.
Yeah, you got to have that spirit, but at the same time, you got to have the fear.
Right.
Like, damn, the Lord, if I'm not doing what's right, the Lord can make me take it.
Right.
So I got to do what's right. But you are supposed to be in that spirit of I'm not going to take it.
Right.
But you also got to have the understanding, like, we don't control what we do.
What he doing? Right.
Exactly.
It's already pre-rest.
Predestined.
Right.
Someone grab that. Whom the Lord predestinated.
Romans 8.
Yeah, the Bible talks about predestination, which predestination cuts free will. It slices it in half.
Right.
Ain't no free will. Your will is the will of the Lord.
Which predestination, you go into pre meaning before, destination meaning where you going
Right.
to go.
Where you going at?
So the Lord already planned where you was going to go before you even came.
Right.
Scary.
So that's why
That's
I
power.
asked.
That's the ultimate power.
That is really power. So that's why I asked people, if everything is already predestined and God already planned everything, how can people have how could the devil have free will to go against God, to rebel against God?
Grab Job. Get Job, but get predestined. Because that's a good question.
How could he say, oh, well, I ain't going against that. I ain't going with that. I'm going to do this way. But everything that, his creation and everything was already
Yeah,
planned.
you can grab that. But get Job 1. The sons of God came before. And Satan also came with him. Showing you that Satan's doing the will of the Most High. So that whole doctrine, it stems from Roman Catholics and all that bullshit.
Right.
But they try to tell you that God and the devil are up there fighting.
Right.
No, that's bullshit. Yeah, it's over here.
That the devil decided all. Man, I
Right.
ain't listening to you, them people. And then I read one where they said, he said, bow down to my creation. This is my new creation, my last creation. And he said, worship them. And Satan said, they made of clay they are made of clay and water. I'm made of fire. I won't worship them. And down I got one. The Muslims got a version of that.
This is the book of Job, chapter 1 and verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of Yahweh came to present themselves before the Lord, Yahweh.
Go ahead and read it verbatim. Read exactly what it says.
Job 1 and 6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them.
You heard that?
Right.
So it said there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan was also amongst them, which shows you that Satan is a son of God.
Right.
But he's a son on the left-hand side.
Right.
Okay? Go ahead.
Okay, so the sons was the angels.
Yeah, well,
They came to
for,
present
the angels are sons of God, and we are also sons of God.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
But yes, in this account, it's the angels,
Okay.
which shows you that Satan is an angel on the left-hand side, a son of God.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou?
Whence coming? So the Lord and Satan are having a conversation. The Lord is talking to where you come from.
There ain't no wars going on.
They ain't fighting up there.
Right.
Go ahead.
Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth.
So Satan was like, I'm going up and down the earth where you sent me.
Right.
I'm going up and down. That's where I came from. Go ahead.
And for walking up and down in it.
Right?
And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job?
Has thou considered my servant Job? When you read the book of Job, Job had everything that he ever could imagine. He had all the good stuff. And then the Lord was testing Job's integrity. So the Lord allowed Satan to plague Job. And right here, the Lord, Yahweh, is asking Satan, look, have you considered my servant Job? Have you tried him? Go ahead.
That there is none like him in the
Right?
earth,
Mm-hmm.
a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil.
Right? So that was the way of Job. Job was a perfect man. He feared the Lord. So the book of Job is about integrity. Go ahead.
Verse 9. Then Satan answered the Lord, Yahweh, and said, does Job fear God for naught?
Yeah, so Satan's like, does Job fear you for nothing? I can't touch Job without your permission.
Right.
I can't do nothing to Job. He fears you. So you're not going to allow me to touch him.
Right.
Okay? So remember, this is a conversation between Satan and the Most High. They're not fighting.
They not fighting. They talking.
Go ahead.
Has not thou made a hedge above him?
Right, so Satan's like, aren't you protecting him? Have you not made a hedge around him of angels?
Right.
Go ahead.
And about his house, and about all that he hath,
Uh-huh.
on every side? thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land.
Right?
But put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face.
So, and this was like a bet going on in heaven. It was a bet. So Satan was like, look, you're protecting this guy Job. He's perfect. He said, you know, take away that protection and let me touch him. Let me plague him, and he's going to curse you to your face. He's going to turn on you. And Job didn't do it. But Job got boils. His family was dying. Friends. He was plagued. Okay? He lost his cattle. He lost everything. His woman turned on him. But Job kept his integrity. But go ahead, keep reading.
Verse 12. And the Lord said unto Satan.
And the Lord said unto Satan, go ahead.
Behold, all that he hath is in thy power, only upon himself, put not forth thine hand. So Satan was forth from the presence of the Lord.
So Satan did what the Lord commanded him. He said, look, he's in your hand. Just don't take his life. The Lord gave Satan that power. Wow. So even what you're going through, what you're going through really is a test of integrity. Right. The Lord is testing you because you're being plagued by Satan. We all are. We all are. Right. But your testimony that you told us the other day, that's a test from the Lord. Right. The Lord allowed Satan to try you to see if what you're going to do.
That replies against the Most High. Shall a thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me dust? Right, so it is going into the white man, he was made to be that way.
Wow, that's his nature.
Yeah.
Us Israelites were made to be this way.
And we made to be not how we are.
Right, so reading on, it says, have not the potter power over the clay? It says, of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor. The Lord is the one that has the power over the clay to make it however he wants to make it. However he wants to be.
Wow, that is deep.
All right, and he got one for honor and one for dishonor.
Right.
And we're the people of honor.
Right.
And Esau, the so-called white man, is the vessel of dishonor. That's why he was made to be wicked. Going back to your question that you had asked earlier. And verse 22, it says, what if God was willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering, the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, and that he might make known the riches of glory on the vessels of mercy, which he has afore prepared unto glory. Afore, meaning from the beginning of time.
Right.
We're already set to get glorified in mercy.
Right.
These Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, aforetime was already made to be destroyed. So going back to your question, that was the answer. Wow. They were made to be wicked. They were made to be this way. They were made to have a God complex to go against the Most High. They are the left hand of the Most High.
Intentionally.
They were made to be the sword, to whoop our ass, because we weren't right.
And they can't do nothing about it. That's why the Lord's to be feared. You know, you can't do nothing about it. He made you that way. You know, you the creation. He's the creator. So who are you to say, why did you make me like this, Lord? You know, because he wanted to.
Right.
You know, who's gonna stop him?
As well. Right.
You know?
Wow.
And who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Right. This is Jeremiah 13 and 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. Accustomed.
Right.
Meaning it was inside of you to be evil.
It's his nature.
It's his nature. If we're going back to the 60s, 50s, these crackers they will lynch us.
Oh man, imagine if
Trust.
we did all the things to them
Trust.
that they done to us.
Trust.
Well, it's gonna happen.
And they was up, down. And imagine like
What
if we
they
did
look,
the things
look,
to them.
what they did to us is gonna happen to them, but we gonna do it lawfully.
Right.
See, they was doing heinous crimes.
Right.
They was chopping our rods off. We're not
Right.
gonna do that to them.
Snatch the baby out you.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
girl be pregnant, they just reach their hand in there
Yeah.
and snatch the baby out.
Sick.
That's barbaric, ain't it?
Sick. That's
And
barbaric.
watch the
Yeah.
lady bleed to death. She just bleed to death profusely.
And you watch Roots, you watch 12 Years a Slave, Uncle Tom. Bro, if you in the right spirit, that shit should fucking rage you. You should want Conquer.
Look what they did to Emmett Till.
Emmett
Look at
Till.
him. Yeah, Emmett Till. That's another.
And guess what? That woman died fucking lying.
She lied.
She
Yep.
lied.
Yeah.
And guess what? She's in the spirit world. She died a peaceful death. But guess what?
Shit.
When the Israelites come back in power, guess what? She gonna be in that field working.
Working her ass off.
Working her ass
She gonna
off.
have a whip on her back every day and every night beside the Sabbath.
I best believe Emmett Till gonna be the one whooping her ass.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Payback.
Trust me. And everything is reincarnated. Reincarnated.
Especially if you're part of the elect.
Grab a Revelation 13.
Yeah,
Leaders
13
into
and 10.
captivity. Yep. That's part of the gospel. Part of the good news is the people that enslaved us. We gonna enslave you.
Right.
That's part of the gospel.
That's the good news for us, Israelites. That's bad news for the heathen.
That's why no other nation can really understand this truth. Because if you say that you believe in the Bible, you got to believe that the white man's going into slavery.
You can't pick and choose.
You can't pick and choose.
Because this is all the whole Bible is about prophecy.
Yeah.
You can't pick and choose. Oh, I don't want to read about the Edomites today.
I
And,
believe in some parts.
and this and that. I believe in some parts.
Losing it.
No, the Lord wrote the whole book for you to this is what he's going to do. Whether you like it or not. This is what he's going to do.
Right.
If you don't like it, then you get the fuck out the way.
Right.
Simple.
They trying to hide it, but they can't hide
You
it.
can't hide the truth.
They trying to hide it because they already losing their space already. They losing their place economically.
Right. So when you
All their economics is going down.
It's true.
Right.
America's done.
Yeah, they
Like,
got
it's
man.
done.
You
Their
get
kingdom is coming to an end.
Yeah, it's coming to the end. They can't stop it.
They can't stop it.
They can't do nothing.
And
about
guess who got next?
it. They trying.
Us.
We got next.
We got next.
We got who gonna be the next rulers? And when we on top, we gonna have foot on neck, 24 fucking 7.
Man, belt to ass.
Belt to ass, whip to
rods.
back.
Rods to ass.
Rod, we gonna have that rod of so grab that rod of iron. Rod of iron.
It was good talking to you, brother.
Hey, we about to close
I'll
out.
see y'all next week.
Stay for like 5 more minutes. We about to close
All right,
out.
5
now.
more minutes.
Yeah, we about to close out.
I
So
gotta
grab-
go in there, take a shit to wash up, you know.
Yeah.
Before they close.
Go ahead. Grab your last precepts.
We got that
Uh-huh.
it's Revelation 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Right. We all got ears. All right, go ahead.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Dang.
Right, man. That's plain and simple. Plain. He that leadeth us into captivity shall go into captivity.
Right.
Hey, what? We're the only people that was taken from one land all the way to another. Exile. It's called exile. We're exiled in this land. This is not our land.
Not our land or our language or our.
We were being on our heritage, our nationality, who we are, who's our power. Literally, all the way, 100%. And that's all the Lord doing that.
Right.
All right? Hey, but guess what? He's the one that led us into captivity.
Right.
All the heathen, not just Esau, every the Chinese, the Japanese, the African, the East Indian, all these, the Arabs, all these people are going to go into captivity. They all led us into captivity. Japhites. Go ahead.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
He that kills with the sword must be killed with the sword. And guess what? Reward unto her double. So they killed us with a sword. Guess what? We're gonna have a fucking
We're gonna have spiritual powers.
We're gonna have spiritual power, but also a rod of iron. A sepulcher. You ever seen a king have a sepulcher?
Hey, and like I said, we're gonna have spiritual power. You're gonna be able to fucking choke an Edomite like
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
Not even touching it.
Wow.
We're gonna have power, spiritual power. We're gonna be like the X-Men.
Hey, what's that dude?
Oh yeah. Well, what was Yahweh Shai doing when he was walking on water, changing water to wine? We're gonna have the same power.
Homelander.
Homelander. We gonna be like,
That nigga wrong.
you ever heard the movie Brightburn?
Yeah.
You saw the movie Brightburn?
I ain't see it. I heard
You
of
gotta
it.
watch Brightburn. It's pretty much an evil
I
Superman.
heard it. Yeah.
He like Superman, but an evil way. That's how we gonna
Man,
be.
nah, this is Israelite Superman.
Right, it isn't like Superman, right? But that's how we gonna be. We're gonna be meditating terror.
But this one was evil, wasn't he?
Nah, he good.
He was good.
Nah, he good. good.
Yeah.
He good.
He
He
good.
evil.
In the eyes of the world, he evil.
Yeah.
But when you have the eye salve and you know what's going on, he righteous.
Okay.
He righteous.
And because in the movie before he got the power, he said, "Take the world."
Take the world.
Right.
In Daniel 7, it says, "The saints shall take the kingdom."
Okay.
We gonna take it. The Lord gonna give his men power. We not gonna beg, Lord, Esau, white man, can we please have the earth? No, we gonna fucking get that power. We gonna take it from your ass. And they gonna try to fight us. They gonna have their guns and bullets gonna be bouncing off. And then what?
They didn't. How they got this kingdom, man? They didn't tell us. Can we please? They rape, rob, murder.
Right.
So we gonna do it double. But we gonna do it back, but in righteousness. man.
Right.
Lord on her double.
Right.
It says, "Here's the patience and the
They
faith
did to the
of the
natives.
saints."
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the patience and the faith of the saints. So guess what? This is comforting to us. Because when the Lord come back, hey, he's gonna avenge for us.
To them it's terrifying, but to us it's
Oh, to
joy.
them, they don't think it's gonna happen.
Right. Yep.
And guess what? When the Lord, that's why the Lord said, "Fear not that worm, Jacob. I'm gonna help you." And guess what? When the Lord raise up his men with spiritual power, we're gonna be like fucking Brightburn, Homelander, and X-Men, and we're gonna come at your front damn door.
Thanos. You're gonna have
Thanos.
144,000 Thanoses.
Yo.
We're gonna have the power of Thanos.
And we're gonna just teleport right under them bunkers. When at least hiding in the little bunkers, we're gonna look.
Hello.
Uh,
How you
With a
doing?
bowl of Captain Crunch and some chains. You ready, bitch?
Right. We're gonna put it as some captivity.
I'll be glad when that time comes, but I know it's coming soon.
Oh yeah.
I can tell it's coming.
That's why we getting
Feel
right.
it.
You gotta get right now though.
Yeah, I gotta get right.
That's it.
Revelations 2:27, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter, so they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father.
So we're gonna rule them with a rod of iron, broken them to shivers. Imagine you got a base, you got a rod of iron, you just break that shit.
Right.
That's how we're gonna break these Edomites. We're gonna dash their kids against a stone. Like you see Hope, he grabbed their ass by the feet.
How they used to do the little babies, and they crush the baby head, step on the baby, because they didn't want you to have no offspring.
That's how we're gonna do.
That's
the
how
And
same
we
they
gonna
thing.
just
be.
step on the baby, they put the baby down, step on the baby.
gonna do the
head.
same
We're gonna do
thing.
the same thing.
They some cruel
And guess what,
bitches.
man? I can't wait till we do
gonna
that on
have
this
fun.
side, boy. Cause we're gonna grab the
Wow,
little babies, throw their ass in the air.
Circle this thing ass, man.
Fucking hit their ass with a fucking laser out of your finger.
Like Frieza.
Yeah, like
yeah,
Frieza.
Frieza, man.
Hit their ass with a laser out of your
For
finger.
real. Super beam cannon. For real. Fucking take the little chip shot. For real.
What y'all brothers got? That's it?
Yeah.
Go ahead, close it out.
All right, man. So with that, Lord willing, let's been edifying and comforting. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakak Wadash.
Until next time, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
Love, ball.